Hi guys, Hamish again from the Guitar Factory School. I'd like to talk about 7th chords today and just give you the standard ones that run along the E and the A strings. The term 7th chord can be a bit confusing. A lot of guitar players, people like me in particular, when we first started to learn, I always thought of 7th chords as being just say a G7 or a C7 or D7, that type of thing. And that's true, but more broadly speaking, 7th chords are 4-note structures that create things like major 7ths, minor 7ths, minor 7 flat 5s and diminished 7ths. So you need to be careful if you're throwing around the term 7th chord that you understand what the person understands by that term. Let's kick this off with the G major 7. So this is on the E string. So we got first finger on fret 3, E string, third finger on fret 4 on the D string, pinky on fret 4 on the G string, second finger on fret 3 on the B string. And we just strum, there it is, like that. You just deaden, you can strum across 5 strings with this and you just deaden that A string with your first finger just by touching it, not pressing down, but just touching it with the underneath of your fingertip like that. So it's pretty easy to kill that open A string. Right, G minor 7, second finger on fret 3, E string. Now you need to bar across, this is a bit of a tricky one, you need to bar across fret number 3 on the D string, G string and B string respectively with your third finger, a bit like a B flat bar chord. But we need to keep that there and roll across our second finger to play that. That's a G minor 7. Okay, here's your G7. So it's first finger, fret 3 on the E string, second finger, fret 3 on the D string, pinky fret 4 on the G string, and third finger fret number 3 on the B string. It's G7. Okay, G half diminished, or minor 7 flat 5, second finger on the third fret on the bottom E string, third finger on the third fret on the D string, pinky on the third fret on the G string, and first finger goes on to the second fret on the B string. Now G diminished 7th, second finger on the third fret on the bottom E string, first finger on fret 2 on the D string, third finger on fret number 3 on the G string, and you roll across your third finger so it's actually going across the B string at the same time on fret 2, and we get that. So just to recap, major 7, G major 7, G minor 7, G7, G half diminished, minor 7 flat 5, G diminished 7th. Okay, now these of course are all movable, so we just did this in G, but I mean if we look at that G half diminished, I can move it up 2 frets and it's an A half diminished, or A7, or A minor 7, so they're all totally transposable. The right hand, if I just play one of these chords here, we can strum across 5 strings and you just deaden the A string by the fret hand, either with the first or the second finger. So we're not hearing that, we just don't want to hit the top string. That's what you've got to be careful of with the strumming there. Another trick is just to, because they're all nice 4-note configurations, you could pick and use second, third and fourth fingers to pick and pluck the chord, like that, or you can just throw away the pick and just use your thumb and play it like that, if you can see what I'm doing there, and that's very nice. These are really tailor-made for that kind of stuff. So a lot of Latin music, particularly stuff from the 60s, the bossa novas and all that type of music, it was written on the guitar, a lot of it, and they were using those sorts of shapes, and it just fits in really well for your right hand, or your plucking hand I should say, for those lefties out there.